What leads to failure? This query plagues a lot of us, especially those relentlessly chasing after success. The phenomenon of failure is universal, faced by everyone at different stages in their journey, whether personal or professional. However, the way we respond to this failure is what truly shapes us. It's critical to comprehend why failures occur in order to anticipate them, extract lessons, and transform them into stepping stones on the path to success. This requires a deep dive into the usual culprits of failure, such as hesitation, underestimation of efforts, or early surrender. So let's delve into the topic today and uncover 15 reasons why people fail. By understanding failure, we are empowered to navigate its treacherous waters with greater wisdom and resilience. The primary pitfall we are discussing is a straightforward one: the peril of never attempting. Often, brilliant ideas flourish in our minds, yet we are shackled by a potent adversary: fear. The journey ahead appears daunting, the challenge is insurmountable, and the dread of failure looms ominously. Consider the stories of iconic figures such as Thomas Edison in his quest to invent light bulb, or J.K. Rowling as she sought a publisher for her Harry Potter manuscript. Both these pioneers faced a barrage of rejections, yet they refused to let fear impede their progress. Their stories underline a crucial reality: not making an attempt is a surefire recipe for failure. If you hold back from taking steps, you are willingly forfeiting any chance at success. Hence, bear this in mind. By not stepping forward, failure becomes a certainty. One of the common mistakes people make is underestimating the effort necessary for success. Take the example of mountaineers. It isn't on a whim that they decide to conquer Everest. They devote time to training, strategizing, and preparation. The expedition is grueling, demanding a level of reverence. This is a lesson that mirrors our own lives, whether realm of business, education, or personal ambitions. It is necessary to fully understand the challenges, anticipate dark testing times, hurdles, and setbacks. However, it's important to keep in mind, each hardship is a stride towards success. It's not merely about reaching the peak, the uphill journey. Thus, keep in mind, achieving success necessitates a pragmatic understanding of the effort required. Laziness, often perceived as a harsh term, is actually a significant barrier to success. Let's take a minute to delve into this. We all nurture dreams and aspirations, but how earnestly do we chase them? Laziness, that persistent whisper that tells us to postpone it or do it when we feel like, is opponent to our success. Take the case of a marathon runner, for instance. Their preparation involves months of training, battling the temptation to take it easy. If they surrendered to laziness, they'd never cross the finish line. Similarly, the journey towards your goals is paved with relentless effort. Merely daydreaming doesn't cut it. It's essential to spring into action. To sum it up, without action, progress remains a distant dream. The importance of having a competitive advantage cannot be overstressed. Picture yourself in a race where you possess no unique pace to outrun your competitors. The same notion holds true in the realm of business. If your product or service merely replicates that of others, what would be the compelling reason for customers to select you over them? Consider the case of Blockbuster. It found itself unable to compete with the digital edge that Netflix held. Similarly, eateries that serve run-of-the-mill dishes are often eclipsed by those that offer an unparalleled dining experience. In the cutthroat world of business, the ability to differentiate yourself from the crowd is your ticket to prosperity. Discussing the fifth point, slow adaptation is often the root cause of many failures. Rapid changes in the world require us to remain flexible and adaptive to stay afloat. This holds true not just at an individual level, but also for businesses. Businesses that are slow to adapt to the shifting market landscapes often find themselves competitive edge. A prime example of this is Blockbuster, who clung to their old-fashioned business model and failed to embrace the rise of digital streaming, resulting in their downfall. Similarly, on a personal level, if we resist change and shy away from adapting to new circumstances, we risk being left behind. Therefore, it is essential that adaptability is not just about survival, but about thriving in an ever-changing world. Adaptability is a key trait of successful individuals. The importance of self-discipline for success cannot be overstated. It acts as the fuel that drives our journey towards success, magnifying our ability to manage emotions and conquer weaknesses. Consider an Olympian. The training they go through is as rigorous and challenging, yet they never miss a session. This is discipline in action, a realization that each effort is a stepping stone towards their gold medal. Without discipline, the allure of procrastination, the simplicity of the path least resistance, and the temptation to quit when obstacles arise become too strong. Let's remember, discipline is the bridge that connects our goals with accomplishment. Inadequate planning can often lead to unforeseen failures. This may be hard to believe, especially when you feel that your vision should suffice, but unfortunately, that's not the case. A vision, without a clear direction, is akin to a ship sailing without a compass. It's bound to get lost. Imagine an entrepreneur who dives headfirst into a venture without proper market research, or a student who decides to cram all their study material the night exam. Their lack of preparation inevitably leads to less than satisfactory outcomes. The absence of a well-structured plan can leave you floundering, unsure of your next move. A comprehensive plan serves you towards your objectives while allowing for necessary adjustments along the way. It's vital to remember, a goal without a plan is merely a wish. So let us transform those mere wishes into attainable goals through meticulous planning. Fear of failure, a significant barrier to success, looms large over us all. It is a hidden specter, nurturing doubt and uncertainty. It raises the question, what if you fail? Such apprehensions can freeze us in our tracks. The Wright brothers, too, were under the threat of mockery, but fear didn't halt their progress. They dared to dream, culminating in the first successful airplane flight. While fear is an instinct meant for survival, it can transform into a massive impediment. Every triumphant individual has confronted failure, faltered, but they rose and pressed on. Fear serves as an advisor, not jailer. It is meant to guide, not hinder our giant leap forward. Let's delve into the pitfall of impatience, a concept that often paves the road to failure. Living in our fast-paced society, we often crave immediate satisfaction, a risky attitude that threatens our chances of achieving our goals. It's akin to a farmer in his haste, digs up the seeds before they even get a chance to sprout, thus causing an early failure. The well-known fable of the tortoise and the vivid illustration here. The boastful hare, confident in its speed, ultimately lost to the slow but patient tortoise, effectively demonstrating the importance of gradual, consistent progress. The trifecta of patience and hard work form an invincible alliance for success. Let's discuss the issue of being excessively emotionally invested. Being overly attached emotionally can impair our decision-making capabilities, leading us to disregard imperfections and dismiss criticism. Visualize a situation where a chef pays no heed to the customer's grievances, his overbearing recipe, or a designer who overlooks market research for a design that simply doesn't click. While passion is crucial, it shouldn't blind us to the situation. It is imperative to distance ourselves from our ideas and evaluate them objectively, focusing solely on their strengths and weaknesses. An objective evaluation becomes pivotal for achieving success. 11th, the issue of making excuses often leads to an undesirable outcome: failure. On the road to success, we commonly fault outside circumstances or others for our missteps. What we frequently overlook, however, is the precious opportunity to learn and evolve from these stumbling blocks. Take, for example, to play the piano. If you hold the instrument responsible for each incorrect note, you'll never advance your skills. This principle holds true in all aspects of life, including business. The tendency to make excuses stunts our growth. In contrast, acknowledging our mistakes paves the way towards the oft-quoted saying, "Excuses are the nails used to build a house of failure," underscores the perils of making excuses. So let's delve deeper into the issue of excuse-making and instead start embracing responsibility. 12th, the failure brought about by resistance to advice. Have you ever pondered upon why some of your prime ideas have crumbled? It's generally due to our tendency to dismiss advice, particularly when we're profoundly absorbed in our own notions. We might even disregard constructive feedback from seasoned professionals. This narrow-minded focus obstructs avenues for bear in mind. counsel from those with experience frequently provides innovative insights and resolutions. The advice we often need the most is the advice we heed the least. Therefore, let's curb our egos and keep our senses alert. Consider this: not measuring progress equates to embarking on a journey without a compass or map. It is a crucial aspect that often gets overlooked, yet its absence can lead to failure. Our goals, just like journeys, require constant monitoring and progress tracking. Otherwise, we're at risk of losing our way. However, it's not about scrutinizing every minute detail. It's about acknowledging and celebrating the milestones we achieve. These serve as our guiding lighthouses. Picture a novelist or a startup founder going about their daily tasks without any checks and balances. They'd be missing out on crucial insights to refine their work. Hence, to successfully navigate the path towards our goals, we need signposts. And in these signposts are the indications of our progress. By measuring our progress, we can identify areas that require, and as the old adage goes, what gets measured gets improved. The bottom line is, measuring progress is an essential tool in our journey towards 14th. We delve into a significant pitfall that is often encountered but not often recognized: all talk and no action. This behavior is a notorious recipe for failure. Dreams and plans without the necessary action remain as mere illusions. People can fall into a chronic planning trap, ceaselessly discussing what should be done, yet never putting their plans into action. Visualize the perpetual conversationalists, the ambitious entrepreneurs, the budding writers, grand plans, teeming with talk but devoid of action. This behavior is usually driven by fear or procrastination, a dangerous path that often leads to disappointment and failure. The world doesn't reward empty words, but decisive actions. As revered artist Pablo Picasso declared, "Action is the foundational key to all success." It's crucial to remember the most approach isn't about having an impeccable plan, it's about implementing. Let's delve into the matter: surrendering your endeavors. The Chronicle of Thomas Edison serves as an exceptional illustration. He is famously known for his words, "I have not failed. I've just identified 10,000 strategies that do not yield the desired result." Despite numerous setbacks, he never threw in the towel. Rather, he persistently pursued his goals, the belief that every unsuccessful attempt only fuels further. This is a mutual characteristic shared among triumphant individuals across the globe. They comprehend that stumbling is not stop, but a mere checkpoint on the journey to achievement, thus from conceding defeat. Steadfastness indeed paves the path to victory. To wrap up, we dissected 15 potential roadblocks on the path to success. These include inertia, underestimating effort, laziness, slow adaptation, and lack of self-discipline, as well as insufficient planning, fear, impatience, an overflow of emotions, habitual excuse-making, ignoring helpful advice, failing to monitor progress, excessive talk with no corresponding action, and premature surrender. The significance of understanding these pitfalls lies in the opportunities they inherently offer for personal growth and fortification of resilience. Remember, these obstacles are not dead ends. Instead, they're stepping stones that our journey towards success. Rather than viewing failure as the antithesis of success, perceive it as an integral component of it. Knowledge of these pitfalls will not only set you up for, but also help you appreciate the complex terrain of achievement.